Hey right guys, Fresh Munch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 7 of 13 Reasons Why Season 4. The last episode was obviously the one that I think a majority of people really enjoyed. They say it was like the best episode of the season. I think it was okay. Like I said in that reaction, I was kind of unsure how to feel with it because, you know, I was curious if drills like that even existed, and a lot of you guys kind of responded in the comments saying that yes. Well, some people said drills like that definitely do not exist, and other people said they've had drills like that where they use like fake bullets and stuff like that. So maybe it's not that extreme, but maybe like kind of similar to that. I don't know, but some people are saying it's pretty much they've had drills like that before in their schools. So and I'm not surprised. That's the real travesty of it, is that I'm not surprised if drills like that actually happen in America. So yeah, it's basically an hour of just people hiding while they thought a shooter was out there, and then it turned out not to be. They had some good scenes in there and some good moments between characters, but I don't think I loved it as much as I maybe wanted to, because I kind of went into the episode knowing that most people thought episode 6 was the best episode of the season. And I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. So I really enjoyed the last scene though with Clay. Like I said in that episode, Dylan Minette's acting is insane. Like he carries this entire show acting well. Well, there are really great actors in the show. None of them are really bad. I don't think there's like a truly bad actor in the show. They're all either good or great, and I'd say Dylan Minnette is the best by far. Every scene he's in, he goes for it, and you have to kind of respect him for that, because while the script in this show isn't all up there, some of the best or the best written shows or anything like that, Dylan Minnette definitely gives everything to it. So yeah, that last scene made the episode worth it, we'll say that. And we only have 4 episodes remaining now. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to definitely do episode 7, episodes 8 and episode 9 today, and maybe episode 10. Episode 10 will either be very late today or tomorrow morning. We will wait and see kind of how I feel. I'm not going to force myself to do episode 10 if I'm not feeling it, but if I'm in the mood, we might as well finish it today and get it done over the weekend. So make sure you subscribe for that, guys. But episode 7, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like, and let's do this.
Your work is very good.
Thank you.
Tell me about the guns.
Mm.
You make them look...
Wow. Oh, he takes photos of guns. Oh. Is that why he's been buying guns, to take photos of them?
Beautiful. I'm scared of guns.
So that's why he's been buying guns.
And I think they're beautiful. These pictures are meant to get people thinking, you know, about why.
Okay. Okay.
Not crazy.
Yeah, but you need help, Clay. I'm sorry. Right. Did he really need to jump out that quickly? It's a guy in your bed.
Clay was violently upset. He was not coherent, and he was armed. The officers had to respond.
Yeah, had to respond when he took the gun down.
Terrified.
Do you think all of that could just go away?
I hope not.
Then why did you go through my stuff?
I was doing what I thought was the right thing.
You could have ruined my life.
You're supposed to be like this big stand-up guy, and you're keeping that secret? That's fucked up, Dempsey. Yeah, that's worse than anything any other guy did.
Right. That's worse than being a rapist. Okay.
Please help.
Me when I stand up too quickly and I get dizzy.
Shit the bed.
Did he actually, or was he joking? Or did he shit the bed on purpose? Okay, Clay, what are you doing? Oh my god. How is he broken out? Oh my god. He escaped after like 1 hour.
But anywhere's safer than this school.
I mean, true. What a shit has happened? They've had that mad drill. They've had rapists. They've had, what, 3 different murders?
I wrote my essay about covering up a fucking murder. Arnie, I wasn't
Oh,
send it
God.
So then you sent it, and then they clearly gave it to the police. Who
She didn't say she sent it.
Breathe. I'm not stupid. I rewrote the essay.
Oh, well, there we go then.
You know, we need to stop trying to run people's lives.
She did you a favour, Clay. I didn't love her, but she definitely did you a favour.
How about now?
You good? You eating right?
Yeah, sure.
You sure?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this cop?
Thank you for letting me stay.
Why is Annie more bearable than Jess at the moment? What's happened?
It was unforgivable.
This was something I didn't think they'd even bring up, to be fair, so...
Sorry.
Fair play, Anna. I don't think she'd apologise. Like, what she did was messed up. Like I said, if she didn't know what Bryce was and slept with him, then, you know, you can't really hate her for it. But she knew what he'd done to Jess, and she still slept with him. So, like, obviously we get why Jess is pissed about it, but I didn't think it'd be brought up again. I just thought they'd just let that happen and be that. So I'm kind of glad they've confronted it. Annie is way more bearable this season than she was last. I mean, it was going to be hard to be worse than she was last season, but if she was like this in season 3 and she didn't have the narration stuff, I felt like she actually would have been a decent character. Like I said, it's a bit too late now to be really liking her, but someone said in a YouTube comment, I thought it was quite funny, kind of Game of Thrones spoilers here, if you're still watching Game of Thrones, skip ahead like 30 seconds, but the transition from Clay going from good to evil has been better than Khaleesi. And I actually have to agree, his transition's been better. It's been more believable. I'm not saying he's turned evil, it's just that kind of idea of transitioning to someone that he wasn't before.
That wants you to do well. Parents,
There you go.
teachers, doctors,
I like this therapist, he's cool. And also every scene he's in, but
college interviewers.
there you go. GG's. Someone pointed out as well when Clay was like, I've never done drugs in my life, but then pointed out that in season 2 they showed, was it season 1 even? They showed Clay taking drugs with Hannah. He took shrooms.
Painful decision.
Oh, Hannah and Alex maybe?
It's about your mom.
Oh.
Here she passed away yesterday.
What?
We got the call this morning.
Rip, I guess. I know we never really saw her as mom. I mean, they didn't really love each other, but that's just a random scene.
I don't deserve to go to college.
Oh my
course you
god.
deserve to go to college.
What would they say is your greatest strength?
My British accent. Loyal, you fuck Bryce. Give up on people very easy. You gave up on Clay, which I don't blame her for. I'm
Sorry.
Oh, she
That's
actually.
not what they would say.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. There you go then.
Then who are you?
Who are you?
I was addicted to heroin.
Oh, drugs.
I
Boomer.
had sex with men for money.
Your mother has also struggled with addiction?
She moved on from that bloody quick, didn't she? You know, these interviews, everyone's just kind of doing a bit of a madness acting wise.
I'm not a good person.
We know, Alex.
This, like,
You've said this every episode for the past 4 seasons. Charlie is genuinely a better character than Alex. I think most of us can agree on that. So glad they just let no music play in parts like this. I love it. Something Scam France could not quite crack.
We could scatter her ashes in the river.
I don't fucking want anything, okay?
Okay.
I don't
There you go.
need some bullshit service so that you all can feel better about some broke junkie being dead. Jesus, fuck!
Woo! Yo, what is he doing? See, the acting is sick. Every scene. You can't deny that about the show. At least now they can all move on to better projects. Even though this episode is good, to be fair. This episode is good.
And now I'd like to do the same for you.
Fair
You
enough.
deserve to be able to build the kind of future you want for yourself.
She's about to get a shitload of cash.
Whatever that may be.
Oh, who's taking... Oh. Alex is just here. Alex is just chilling at Bryce's home. Are they at Bryce's? I'm sure. Oh, don't. Just stop. I was going to beat him up.
You hauled us out here to be a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. With all of my best wishes to suck my giant dick.
Wow. I mean, fair play. Yep.
Jesus, Diego.
How about that, huh?
Yeah, you headbutted him. You headbutted a drunk guy. Oh, good job, Diego.
I remember that you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I love Zag. You called me a pussy! Now you will get my fist in your face!
It was me.
Right. Ah, Diego, you just... Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Is anyone stopping this?
You're fucking crazy, you know that?
Well,
You're in a mental hospital right next to your boy Jensen, you sick fuck!
Right, okay, Diego. You really taught him who was boss, didn't you? Good job. Jesus. Zach's turned into a madness. I mean, he has been spiraling the entire season.
Wait.
Oh, and just now something shows up. Okay. Been waiting here 2 hours. Clay shows up. Tyler shows up within 5 seconds. What's going on?
What is this? Whatever you guys are doing, you need to stop. Tyler, it's not worth it. The fuck are these clowns? No one.
Clowns?
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
The fuck
Wow.
Put the gun down! Just put the gun down! Fuck off!
Are you taking the... Oh, and it's ended there. It's ended there. That was probably not the best way to go about that entire scene, to be fair. Like, I'm going to run up to him, knowing the cops are coming, and just scream at... Anyway, there we go, guys. That is episode 7 of 13 Reasons Why Season 4. Another good episode. I feel like episode's 5, this episode, and to be fair, episode 6, even though I didn't personally love it, maybe it was like more technically, it was a good episode. But yeah, all those, the last 3 episodes have been decent. More so than the first 4 episodes. 5, 6 and 7 have been really good. I really enjoyed this one. I wasn't expecting much because it's, you know, we're kind of in that part of the season where you're not quite at the end just yet for the big stories, and you've kind of got past the point where you have to draw people in, so you're just kind of in the middle part. But this was, I won't say it was great or anything like that. I wouldn't even say it's the best episode. I still think episode 5 is my personal favourite, but this one really did a good job of Clay, again, and the acting, of course. Him kind of... I won't say spiralling like he has been in previous episodes. This was more so him seeking the help that he wanted by going to the therapist halfway through the episode. And again, I really enjoy the therapist character. I think he's quite interesting. He's not boring. I think a lot of... I've said this before, like with Pretty Little Lies, for examples, but whenever they did therapy sessions, it was always kind of boring and just your generic therapy session where it's like, how are you feeling? Tell me about that. What do you think that means? And it's just like therapy sessions in film and TV shows can... for the majority of the time be very, very boring. Whereas with Clay and 13 Reasons Why, and plenty of other shows as well, I'm not just saying it's just 13 Reasons Why where the therapy sessions are actually interesting, but 13 Reasons Why they do handle it very well by kind of getting into Clay's mental state and seeing what's going on in his head. And him talking about one time where he felt protected and safe was when the dog, he was talking about his dog when he was 8 and his dad being there as well, so... really enjoyed that scene. Then on the other side, I'd say Justin was very good this episode. This was possibly his best episode of the season, especially acting-wise, it was his best. Finding out that his mum had obviously died by ODing, or presumably ODing, I'm assuming that was it, because I think the cops said, yeah, it's pretty much what happened. And yeah, him trying to hold it back, I think, like hold back, showing any emotion that he was bothered, but it's still his mum, so obviously he's going to be affected by it, and that kind of showed in the last couple of scenes we saw him in when he was by himself on the bed. And then when he kind of broke down to Clay's parents. So Justin, as well as the actor, were very, very good this episode. Annie, I actually liked her. This was possibly Annie's best episode ever. Like, she's had nothing, and then this episode she was actually good. Like, talking to Clay and being like, yo, you know what, I'm done. You didn't even ask how my mum was, just I'm out, and she kind of dipped out. I liked her for that, for not sticking by with Clay. Then we had the... scene with her and Jess where she actually apologised for what she did with Bryce. Really liked that scene. Like I said, I didn't think it was a scene that would happen. I just thought they'd have her sleep with Bryce and we wouldn't even mention it again in this season, but she tackled it and apologised to Jess for it, and, you know, appreciated maybe or saw how it would make Jess feel. So another good scene from Annie. And then on top of that you had not just Annie's college interview, you had everyone's college interviews this episode, but talking about Annie, it was more so how she thought everyone would see her, but then kind of backtracing on it and being like, actually no, they won't see me like that at all now, they know the real me. So that was interesting. And then even the final scene where she went to Bryce's mum, we're talking about Bryce's mum talking about wanting to give all the money to Annie and have her own future. So Annie was actually good this episode. Wow. I don't think I'd give a flying fuck about her this entire season, and I still don't really, to be honest. Like I said, it's a bit too late, I feel, in the show now. We're coming into the final 3 episodes of the entire show, but this was her best episode for sure. Tyler, don't find him as interesting as he was in the previous season, or seasons 1 and 2. Tyler's just kind of buying guns and doing his thing, and Tone is worrying about Tyler. I just feel like we've done this before. Like, we basically did that for the first half of season 3, and they're just kind of doing it again here. So Tyler, I don't find as in... I still like him, and I still think the actor does a very solid job, even though he's not quite as impressive, I'd say, as he was in the last season. Granted, however, he's not had as many like emotional scenes and big scenes to kind of really work with. It's just kind of him walking around and, you know, buying guns, doing his thing, and oh, guns are beautiful, which, you know, he's a solid actor, but yeah, I just don't find the story as interesting. Oh, Zach's just, you know, calling everyone out. I love that scene where he's just like, yeah, you made me remember that you're a pussy. Just such shit bants, but I love him for it. And again, the shit beat out of him. So it's kind of making me lead to believe that this whole funeral that they kind of flash forward to a couple of times could possibly be Zach. Like I said, I don't think it'll be Clay. And I can't really think of anyone else that it really could be. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. It could be anyone. This is one of those shows where it could be anyone, to be honest. So we shall wait and see. But yeah, rating for this episode, I'm going to go a 7 point. Actually, I'll just go a 7. 7 out of 10. I think it was a good episode. Not like incredible or great. Like I said, not even the best episode of the season. But I think all the stories worked, and I wasn't really bored at any point. So that's all you really want. You don't want to be bored, and there wasn't any scenes where I was just like, this is cringy and just so Riverdale-esque and terrible, kind of like how episode 4 was. By the way, the people defending episode 4, I am surprised by. Yo, I went into that episode just thinking that everyone would be in agreement that that episode was very, I think I said in the reaction, but it felt like Riverdale. It felt like a Riverdale episode, and then people in the comments agreed on that as well. But then there was quite a lot of people that really enjoyed episode 4, which is fair. I'm not like one to be like, oh, you shouldn't enjoy an episode if I didn't, for example. But there are a lot of people that are kind of doing that, where it's like, I didn't enjoy the episode, but they're saying that I should have because of said reasons. But I'm just like, episode 4 was wank. God, episode 4 was bad. Like, compare this episode to episode 4. Like, this is what I wanted from this season, was episodes like this. I'm not blown away, but they are good episodes, and the characters are interesting in episodes like this. Whereas episode 4 was just like a ghost running around in clay, whatever. We'll get into that at the end of the season, I'm sure, and we'll go kind of do a rundown of every episode. But yeah, there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and thought the episode down below in the comments. I'm going to grab some breakfast and then jump into episode 8. So I'll see you then, guys. Until then, peace.